What's going on, YouTube? It's Honey Bear bringing you brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta content. So we were hoping to bring a lot more videos this weekend. Honestly, the content kind of dried up with how much was available in the game. We're hoping this weekend to bring you a couple of gameplay videos. Tonight, Saturday night, we're expecting some of the boys on. So we should be able to bring some content as far as actual gameplay, give you a feel for some of the maps, things like that. But just real quickly, kind of to sum up some of the content I've already brought forward this weekend, and if you haven't already, it's all in a playlist on my channel. You can go and watch the Modern Warfare 2 beta content. Everything from the roadmap to controls and settings, controller and basic movement, all that sort of stuff's on there, including how the gunsmith works and those sorts of things. I wanted to quickly bring you a video of my overall thoughts on the game, what I liked and what I think needs some tweaks. Before I get into this, I do want to say I want to be a little bit more sensitive than most are to the devs. I understand where people are coming from and that they're investing their money into this game and they want the game the way they like it. I also understand as somebody that spends a majority of their time on projects and things at their regular 9 to 5, it sucks when you get done with a project and hand it in and somebody tells you that it sucks. You feel defeated, you feel like you wasted your time. And the devs over at Infinity Ward and the other developers that helped with the making of this game, they have spent the last 3.5 years working on developing this game. They deserve praise for what they've brought, and I want to make sure that they get that, and I want to make sure that my constructive criticism is taken that way, and that I think just really with some small tweaks, this game can go from good to excellent. And I think if they bring those same small tweaks to Warzone 2.0, that it will be the biggest thing Call of Duty has ever had. So with that, let's get into some pros, get into some cons, and wrap up this beta content grind that we've been going through the last 3 days or so. I appreciate y'all for hanging out for this. If you've liked the videos, please do me a favor. Go down and hit that like button, subscribe. Like I said, we're going to bring some more content this weekend. And then we're going to get back into Warzone after this week. And we'll be continuing through with Modern Warfare 2 when the game launches, Warzone 2.0 when it launches. We're here for the long haul. So hit that subscribe button for me. Make sure that notification bell's on. I do drop about 1 to 2 videos a week for you guys. So as far as pros, the maps I think are excellent. They're your classic 3-lane maps for the most part. The spawns felt okay. They're not god awful. They could use some tweaks, but usually that happens through gameplay and them actually watching that. So I think those tweaks will come. I think they're in a decent spot for where they're at. The visuals of them are great. I didn't find too many like super dark hallways where you can't see anybody or things like that. So I think overall the maps are excellent. The guns, I like the fact that they added some real recoil to them, or at least some visual recoil that brings a little bit of skill to the game to be able to use the guns. I also like the new Gunsmith. I think Gunsmith 2.0 is a huge W. I think that is going to increase the enjoyability for everybody across the board, the way we're going to be unlocking guns and attachments and things. And overall, I think the gameplay feels good, but that gets us kind of into our cons. The TTK, it is too fast. I think with a small tweak, a 25 to 50% increase in TTK, I think it would be the sweet spot as far as multiplayer goes. I think that would put the game in a good spot, whether that's adding health points or decreasing the damage profiles of the guns, whichever that is. I think the mini map needs fixed. I understand they're trying to help the casual players and the players that aren't going to be as aggressive to feel better about not having to run a suppressor on their gun or whatever it is, and be able to kind of stay in the same spot. If you're running an unsuppressed gun, you should show up on the mini-map period in a story. That's one of the trade-offs that you make. So there's that. Then we get into the big one, which is movement. So the movement is clunky. It does not feel great. And I think there's a couple of small things that could be done that will help with that. One more has to do with audio than movement, is decrease the footstep noise slightly, whether that's taking the range down a little more than they already have, or decreasing the audio from the more distant footsteps, and decreasing that range a little bit. Whatever it is, I honestly feel like I can hear people 20, 25 steps away, and I don't want to be the guy that's, well, I can't hear footsteps in Warzone, but now I can hear too many footsteps. But that's kind of how it feels. The footsteps honestly are too much in this game. I appreciate that they heard the community's concerns with Warzone and with Modern Warfare 19 with footsteps, but they cranked it to 11, and really it needs to be cranked to about 8. I think they just need to tweak it back just a little bit. As far as the actual movement, I think there's a couple of small things that could be done that would help the more aggressive players to balance things out a little bit more. Right now, the game feels like it is balanced way towards that Sentinel player that they talked about, and there's not a lot of trade-offs for them. It is very easy to be a tactical Sentinel player right now, and there's not a lot of cons to it, where being that more aggressive rusher player, there's almost nothing but cons to playing in that style. So to balance it out a little bit, I think what I would do is, I don't think they need to add the slide cancel back in, but I think they need to decrease the sprint to fire time when you're in a slide. So if I go to slide around a corner, I should be able to bring my gun up a lot faster, like 75% faster than what it is right now. So if they did that, it would allow players to slide around corners and be ready to engage into a fight. That would also help with outplaying players, because right now, if you get into a situation where you have to take on more than one player, it's almost impossible because you can't dip behind different cover. The movement's just too clunky. So I think that would help in that. And then the other smaller kind of movement type thing is let me reload cancel. If I'm in the middle of a reload, I should be able to YY out of it so that I can move. Right now, you can't reload cancel. It makes you stand there and finish your reload. So I think with those couple of changes, couple of fixes, I think this game would go from really good to absolutely excellent. And like I said, I think if they add those changes to Warzone, it would be the best thing Call of Duty's ever put out. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, hit the like button for me. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I love y'all. Be kind out there. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.